to really be a problem solver when one has a lot of challenges. And it's a lot in the strategy, and I'll be honest, a lot in the attitude.
Katie Lynch was one of the greatest gifts of my life.
Katie became part of the fabric of my life.
The most important lesson that Katie taught me is really to give back to others and to help them achieve their personal best.
Katie was small but powerful and had these ideas about how things needed to work within the world, and she worked to try to make that happen.
She would make anything possible, and she always wanted to give and overcome challenges just to keep giving other people hope.
Basically, what Katie taught me was to be proud of who I am.
The Katie Lynch Foundation is an extension of Katie's spirit.
If we come together in the right spirit, good things are going to happen.
I have to go over here by the, well,
The Katie Lynch Foundation is a tribute to a tiny giant with a big heart and unwavering determination to change the way we think about inclusion for people with special needs.
3, 2, 1, go!
Marathon Monday, 2001. The star of this race isn't even a runner, but thousands cheer as Katie Lynch fulfills a dream of participating in the Boston Marathon, painfully walking 26.2 feet.
It was the most amazing, emotional moment in the history of Boston Marathon, and I've been involved for 38 years.
How was it?
well, it was challenging, just like a marathon should be. But thanks to Children's Hospital and the support of my family and friends, I made it, and I know everybody else can too.
She used the metaphor of the little engine that could, and she just believed that if you just kept trying and kept participating, that it would make all the difference. And so her legacy is that she just kept participating.
Katie was born with a form of dwarfism so rare it has no name. Doctors told her parents she would not live, but she did for 27 years, and oh, how she lived. Despite constant pain, she worked as a patient advocate for Children's Hospital and was a sought-after public speaker.
It was the love and care that I received here that really brought me to want to work here and give back to them what they had given to me.
She had all these challenges to overcome, but still wasn't thinking about herself. She was still focused on other people in her life. So it's not just, the thing that amazes me is not just the, tackling all of these obstacles, but it's the manner in which she did it without ever making anything about herself. It was always about other people still.
Katie was certainly had the mindset of an athlete. I mean, Katie wanted a challenge. She wanted to find a challenge and take it on and express herself.
Katie took on challenges in academia as well, graduating summa cum laude from Regis College, surprising everyone by leaving her wheelchair and walking on stage to pick up her degree. After Katie's passing in 2002, her family and friends began looking for ways to honor her passionate belief that everybody is special and should have the opportunity to participate. Thus was born the Katie Lynch Foundation.
The thing that really excites me about the Katie Lynch Foundation is that we walked the walk with Katie. We saw what was hard for people with all kinds of challenges, and we saw what love can do and what even small amounts of money can do. And you open what may seem to you to be an inconsequential door, and a child or a young person or even an adult may walk through that door, and their whole life may be different.
Okay, ready, set.
Katie's magic was in the air on a beautiful Sunday, May 31st, for the first annual Katie Lynch Heartbreak Hill Half Marathon, as more than 300 runners took to the streets to raise money and awareness for the foundation.
I think this race has its challenges. It's full of hills, and just when you think you're done the hills, you turn a corner and there are more hills. It can definitely challenge a runner, and I think it just reflects the spirit of Katie. I mean, there's always challenges in life, and you can overcome them if you try.
So we wanted something that people would put on their calendar months in advance and say, you know what, I want to run up Heartbreak Hill. The second side of it is we also wanted to have the synthesis of a quality running event with something that is inclusive, which is what Katie was all about, making sport inclusive.
On your mark, get set, 1, 2.
While the runners met their challenges on the streets, differently abled athletes became the first to participate in the Purple Shoes Challenge, named for the customized purple running shoes Katie wore at her Boston Marathon.
Katie came in a very unusual package. The 28 inches tall, 7-inch arms, required personal care, but was as independent as any person I've ever met.
The Purple Shoes Challenge brings together those who knew Katie and those who didn't, but all are inspired by that little engine that could.
She was the most generous person you'd ever want to know. I mean, my God, she'd turn around and give you the shirt off her back if she could. She'd help you out in any way humanly possible.
She sounded like an amazing person, and so that has inspired me to come here because I too want to inspire people.
Everyone has challenges, everyone has disabilities. Some you can see, some you can't. But it's important to focus on what we're all able to do.
The second annual Katie Lynch Heartbreak Hill Half Marathon and Purple Shoes Challenge is set for Sunday, May 16th, 2010. Katie's family and friends point out that while Katie looked different, she had common dreams. And while her life was a constant struggle, she constantly found ways around the barriers.
When people talk about feeling the vibrations of a butterfly in China if it flaps in America, you can still feel Katie's vibrations.
She brought me an understanding of how to relate to people with a disability. She brought me an understanding of how important attitude is. She inspired me. The student inspired the teacher. More than the teacher inspired the student.
This is aimed at a belief system, which is every human being is worth it. Everybody deserves access to community.
So the mission of the foundation was pretty clear that we needed to continue to open the doors that Katie was working on opening.
Why am I here? What am I doing? What's the purpose? Why me? If you can only say, gee, I'm worth something. Every human being is worth it.